This shit is beautiful.
Oh, Frenchie, you running from the interview? Why
Come
you
chill
running
out
from the
with it.
interview?
Yeah, I'm not, I'm not the camera guy.
What do you mean?
I ain't there with it, man. People gotta know who you are, nigga.
Uh-oh.
This how you gonna get known, Frenchie.
Come on, Frenchie.
We got 1 million people, Frenchie. Come here and fuck with us, nigga. Your seat right
Telling me
here.
and Mike no?
No, but your seat right
Come
here.
on, Frenchie.
Your seat is right here, nigga. Your seat is right here.
Come
Look.
on, man.
Another great episode of Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and
Evan Britton.
And listen, we got an episode here, nigga. This is an episode, man. We got the wonderful Wack 100. Nigga, Wack, talk to us, man.
Wack 100
There's a
in the
million people
build.
out there want to know who you are, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the build, man. You know, my man, people been telling me Mike been in town, you know. I ain't gonna lie.
I live here now. I'm here
See,
every
that's what
day.
I'm
If you
saying.
want to
I
see
ain't
me,
gonna
I'm
lie
here
at
every
first,
day.
like, I didn't know why they was telling me that. They kept telling me, yo, Mike said he in town. You know, I grew up watching Mike whoop people's ass, and then he kind of inspired me to kind of fight the way I was fighting. So, you know, I didn't know if Mike was in town. He was looking for me, if he wanted to talk to me, if he wanted to do something to me.
Nah, I
was just like, I'm gonna go down there if he want to fight. Fuck it, we just gonna fight. Not for real. You know what I'm
love
saying?
you, nigga.
I'm here with Mike. Hey, listen, one thing about Mike, he always embraced the culture. He never went Hollywood on us. Even when he was bigger than Hollywood, you could see Mike pulling up at a Jack in the Box, getting out, going into the joint by himself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was just crazy. Well, we thought he was crazy. We damn sure weren't going to try to fight him. And by all means, we wanted to protect Mike Tyson.
That's all it was, though, man. It was just what it was. Man, I just love being a black motherfucker in the hood, nigga. It's just nothing like it.
Yo.
And now if you got some money, too, it's, oh, fuck, man. It's just a trip.
You're a king.
Yeah, the trip. You know what I mean? And this is really, because I'm young, right? You see, sometimes I'm not good with rapping with girls when I'm young, right? So I see a girl, hey, whoa, she's looking at my car. Would you like that car? You
Yeah,
know,
for
you
real.
like that? This is your car now. Just come with me. And that's how.
Listen, man, it ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day,
And that's what's so awesome about the black community, nigga. You want that motherfucking Mercedes, baby? Oh,
hey,
man,
yo,
fuck.
she could have just left the house. Husband just cooked her breakfast and all that. But she in that Toyota Tercel. Mike talking about you want that Benz. You know what I'm saying? And he meant that. You know what I mean?
And you gonna be all right too. You think you gonna be all right? You're not gonna be fucking limping and hurting. You gonna be cool. You'll be happy. You wanna come by again.
Yo,
Might
listen,
get an apartment next time.
and you know what? We got to establish our punchline too. You know, I'm Wack 100. I'm very controversial in the things I say. I mean the things I say. I say some things.
Tell them who you are. Wack.
say-
Tell them where you're
Tell 'em who you are,
from.
bro.
No, tell them who you are.
I
Tell them
say
what you
shit
did,
that
nigga.
most people won't say. So I'm gonna say this because I'm riding with Mike, right or wrong. This is the punchline you're gonna hear periodically when I just get mad and upset and I think about it. But everybody, it's gonna go viral, but it's what it is. I got a bald head, I can't grow my hair. So it's like this. Fuck Don King. That's it. I said that. And y'all know what time it is. You ratchet motherfucker, you know what it is, and that's what it is. Fuck Don King, and we gonna keep it like that.
That's interesting. Somebody told me fuck Don King the other night when I was in Vegas.
Because we rhyme with you, Mike.
You know, hey, listen.
You ain't even
Everybody's
gotta
with
say
you,
it.
Mike.
But know what I learned in life? This is what I learned, and I learned it late in life too. Let shit go, man.
No, listen.
Yeah, we had to let shit
No,
go.
listen,
Keep
you let
moving
it go.
forward. Ah!
You let it go. But see, Mike still, what I respect about Mike is because he represent being all the way up, knocked all the way down. We talking about incarceration. We ain't talking about going bankrupt. We talking about incarceration. Then coming back home, right? And jumping back in the ring, right? And doing his thing, but he wasn't the same Mike he thought he was when he left and then happened to figure this shit out again, right? So when everybody thought it was over with, everybody was cracking the jokes. Oh, Mike in Vegas doing this. Mike got a comedy show. What the fuck's up with Mike? And we sit here and we look at Mike right now today, right? A lot of those people that was talking, they don't even got a platform to talk on, but right now we still talking on Mike's platform. Whether it's a ring, whether it's a resort, regardless of what it is, Mike doing a lot of things in this world. He blessing a lot of people.
You know what
No
that
doubt
comes
about
down
that.
to, brother? That's just not giving up. You know how this world, and sometimes people who we think are friends, they see we go down and think we're never going to come back.
No, that's real.
They think it's over. They think there's nothing we can do for them anymore. It's no longer use for them to be involved with us. And then then you see you come back, and next thing you know, they're back. But you know, what do you say to them? Normally, when I was young, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And you wasn't bad. But now you just watch them and look at them.
That's it. Plus, I have witnessed the one person Mike Tyson is scared of. Fred Frenchie, you can vouch for this. His mother-in-law will whoop his motherfucking ass.
Well, I love my
I personally
mother-in-law.
seen it. She crazier than everybody at the table. Yo, Mike, you got the downest, most loyalest, craziest mother-in-law I ever met.
I'm more afraid of my wife. You know, if a man has a wife and he's not afraid of his wife, he's not living his life right.
She's the
you're right
queen,
about that.
dude.
He ain't living his life right if he's not afraid of his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right about that. We got our man Fred Frenchie in the building. He over here hiding, you know what I'm
Talk to
saying?
us, Frenchie, man.
Hell
Tell-
yeah,
you know
Fred.
what I'm telling
saying?
people all the good
Fred.
things you've done for people and
Yeah,
shit.
Fred Frenchie, man, you know, I'm gonna tell you the things he done for me when I was trying to find my way in this touring business. He lent me a helping hand when I started managing game, and he was like probably putting together 75% of my shows out the gate of all my overseas dates for game. And on top of that, everybody he was working with, I think he knew he was making his move to do something bigger and better. And we'd get to that, but everybody he was working with, he would personally put me with him. And in this game, people don't do that. You know what I mean? They keep you away. They stay in the middle of it. But for maybe like 2-3 years, he put me with everybody. And next thing I know, shit, I flew to Dubai. He flew us to Dubai. French picked us up in a drop-top Rolls Royce. We go to French condo. We on the 158th floor. And I'm looking at these plans on the wall, and it say fucking Mike Tyson. I'm like, what's going on? He tell me he doing business with Mike. And now it been 2-3 years. He got 17 Mike Tyson fitness centers all through Europe contracted to open up.
Really?
Yeah,
Talk
for
about
real.
when we gotta have him talk. Talk about when you first met me. When we first met him, wasn't friendly. What the fuck?
Oh,
Who are
shit,
you,
man.
nigga? Who the fuck are you? When you're talk about, like, who the fuck
Yo,
are
what
you?
happened, Fritz?
Hey, first of all, the first time I'm in camera, man, you guys got me, but it's cool. It's all love. First time I met Mike, crazy story. So I used to work for Universal Music, right? Like I worked there for 2003, 2008. So I went back to Europe. So I made all my contacts and everything. Don Robinson, who was the head of international over there,
Yeah.
told me, yo, man, like, you know, it's like a big crisis going on in the U.S. right now. Like, you know, it's better that you make your move back to Europe, and then, you know, we're going to supply you artists, and then you're going to, you know, you're going to help us and everything. So that's what I did. And long story short, I was controlling like probably like independently 60 to 70% of all the, you know,
exactly.
urban shows over there. So I was good. I received a phone call 2009 from ICM. Phone call from ICM 2009. And they told me, hey, you know, we know that, you know, you probably the only person who can help us like right now. I was like, all right, so what you need? Say, we have a client in Italy, he's stuck over there. Like, you know, a promoter was supposed to come and bring him some money or some stuff like that. And it just vanished, you know.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, guys, you know, till then, like, the story is good, right? And he's like, all right, but, like, here's the trick. Like, the promoter, the talent, the client, is very mad. The talent is very mad. It's like, they told me some stuff, like, apparently was breaking stuff in a room and everything over there. I was like, yo, who's that? I said, who's that? Like, you come on, man. And they didn't want to tell me. They said, can you help us, like, find something in Italy? And I was like, okay, like, but I need to know who
the client is.
Who the client is, because you talk about some guy who's mad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the promoter vanished. He's breaking stuff on, like, you know, in the hotel room. I'm like, yo, who that crazy guy is? Like, you know? And it's like, yo, this Mike Tyson.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
hey, you know, Jimmy, I love you guys, but, you know.
I'm not. So did you end up in Italy?
I don't need that money. Like that money. That
Did
much,
you
know?
go to Italy?
But, you know, they called me back. Tony Martin called me back and all that. So they begged me and all that stuff. I say, okay, all right. They gave me like 48 hours. Long story short, I found, like, you know, gigs for Mike Tyson, like in 24 hours, like Dancing with the Star over there. We did, like another show like Complete Night.
And we're grinding because we need money. We need money right now. I got kids. I got 2 new kids. We need money. I got my kid with me in Europe, going on fucking 14-hour flights, and we're like, no money.
And then the promoter was supposed to give Mike like 30 or 40,000. I found like 180 or 200,000, like off
Quick.
the rip. So I made a contract with them, and I was like, I'm good. He said, you don't want any commission? I said, no, I don't need commission. You told me like he needs the money. I respect Mike. I never met him in my life. He's the legend right there. Like I'm good. I don't need the commission, whatever, blah blah. All right, so cool. They called me the next day and say, yo, they need you over there. They want you to travel over there. I was like, man, come on, man. So they called me and say, this is the hotel and everything, blah, blah. Anyway, I met Mike's wife, who's my sister now. Like, I met Mike's mother-in-law, who's my mom now. And Milan was probably like 6 months, 6 months, and that's my baby right there. Like
She's 10 now.
Like so I met all of them, and we just clicked, and he probably don't know that, but like what he done for me is like probably way more than like I've been doing for him.
Your family.
You know what I mean? He gave me exactly. You already know my
Yeah, I know your background.
So, this thing is like more than I never had any contract with Mike. No, nothing. It's just love, all in love.
Like, that's the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
Was he scary at first?
Man, like. But the crazy thing is that, like, of course he was.
I was on medicine back then. I was opiates back then. I need the fucking pain. I was on kind of medicine back then. Nigga.
I met Manic Mike. Like, I don't know if I can say this, but
I think I was on cocaine back then too. Yeah, I think I was doing cocaine. Yeah, I was on cocaine.
Yeah,
I was a
like,
fucking
it was
maniac.
crazy. But I'm insomniac. He's insomniac. So I think he came to my room one day. He can't sleep. He came to my room one day, and we had the conversation, and I was like, damn, like, he's deep. Because I never met, like,
now you're getting a chance to meet Mike.
Mike, so he's deep, and we're talking about stuff. He was talking about stuff about me and my countries and stuff like that. I didn't even know. This guy was like, that's crazy.
For those don't know, Frenchie is from the Congo. I don't know if y'all watched that Netflix series, The Beast of All Nations.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? As humble and calm as he is, right? You had one side that was kind of like the rebels fighting the government and the government fighting the other side. And you had these little kids that was brainwashing to be soldiers. You know what I mean? You seen them cutting them and putting gunpowder in their wounds, like trying to make them feel like they were immortal and shit like that, right? What a lot of people don't know is Frenchie was one of those little kids. You know what I'm saying? He come from the Congo, like for real. You know what I mean? Like Frenchie can't even go to jail in the United States of America. He got diplomatic immunity because he survived that shit and he did what he had to do for his country. So for him to be as humble as he is, right? And I watched him. I'll never forget. We made like 50 grand together or some shit, right? And we cut it up. And Frenchie sent everything but about $500 back home to his sister and his mother and stuff. I think somebody was in college at the time, French. Who was at the time?
My brother was in, I paid for my brother's, like, low school, like, low school.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to see him hustling not for himself, but to take care of his family. And he got deep roots. Like, he got crazy-ass uncles that literally was controlled the military over there in the Congo. So he could have went all kind of ways, but somehow his ass found himself in fucking America, tied into everybody. And it's crazy. Whenever you mention Frenchie's name to anybody, it's the same response. You know what I'm saying? To the ladies, I keep telling y'all, this man ain't married with no children. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
I'm almost married.
Almost. Oh, shit, you been keeping the secret?
Yeah, this girl back, where she at?
Australia.
In Australia.
Oh, that's why you been in Australia.
That's where he just came from.
Yo, I was telling myself, I'm like, he must be built.
But this is an interesting guy, right? A guy like me.
Shit.
I couldn't leave my wife or woman for that long period of time, then come back.
No.
You know what? He goes for periods of time, man.
Wow.
You need a traveling partner.
Hey, actually, my girl, she's a flight attendant.
Well, that's easy. She's
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah,
She can travel.
free.
yeah, she traveled a lot.
Wow,
Don't
dude.
tell me she worked for Emirates.
Thanks for bringing
She
that
used to.
out, Wack.
Oh shit!
Wack, thank you for illuminating
Yeah.
that for us.
Yeah, nah, Frenchie, our
Now,
brother.
Frenchie's the
I love
man.
Frenchie. I didn't know all
Frenchie, our
that.
brother, right? I mean, listen, if
It's
you got-
amazing, dude. And you didn't even want to come in here. That's like the best story
No,
we've
man.
had in this
Nobody
room,
wouldn't have
bro.
gotten Frenchie.
Hey.
It would have taken me and Mike Tyson to get Frenchie.
Hey, that's true.
Yes.
I'm not a
That's
I'm not a
perfect.
camera guy. Like I like to be in the background, but it is what it
I
is.
just had a promoter call me the other day, talking about, man, some fucking guy named Frenchie. I said, hold on 1 second before we continue this conversation. I clicked over and called Frenchie. Frenchie, what I tell him as soon as you got on the phone?
Hey man, I was so embarrassed, like for real, man. Like
Motherfucker, don't you ever address him as some guy named Frenchie. Frenchie he probably the only dude got the right to speak for me. He can speak for me. Like he can go in there if I'm not there and he can speak for me without me knowing. He can negotiate for me. Because one thing I know,
Wack, you're a manager.
yeah,
Music talent.
I manage some crazy motherfuckers.
Tell him what. That's
I'm
what
an old,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an old
Get
death
to
row
you.
head, so
Tell 'em
I
who you-
damn near managed Suge Knight for a period of time.
Wow.
And Suge was probably one of my first teachers in this game. You know what I mean? He showed me a lot. Suge's a dude that, like, even though I don't get along with him, you know what I mean? We may argue, fuss, and fight. I still watch and make sure he's straight and make sure he's all right. But the game, and I took the game. French watched me when they tried to ruin the game. You know, when Interscope tried to put him on the shelf and tie him up for a couple years. I took hold of that and made sure that didn't happen. You know, we still surviving. We still doing great today. I linked up with Birdman from Cash Money, and him and Slim gave me the blessings to start Cash Money West. Through that, I signed Blueface. So Blueface is our new talent. He's doing well right now. Also got Ray J. You know, me and Ray J go back.
Yeah, he was
to
here too. Him and
releasing-
Game both
Ray,
did.
releasing
yeah.
the sex tape and Sexy Can I and all kind of crazy shit we've been through. That's still low, brother. He's heavy in the tech world right now.
Yeah.
And I got a couple more acts I'm signing. So, you know, we getting on to a lot. I got a joint venture with Nick Cannon right now. You know,
Awesome.
I went to fucking to the Bronx, right? And I seen these kids running around. I'm like, yo, what's up with these kids' diapers, right? They like, oh, yeah, that's this diaper called Fitties. It really doesn't absorb. It's just there to catch the, you know, the feces and shit, right? So, you know, it kind of like bothered me a little bit, right? So I started doing my research on diapers, right? So I ran into these females at the cheerleading situation. You know, my daughter does the traveling cheerleading, right? She's like a level 5 flyer.
Nice,
She does
man.
all that stuff, right? So I'm talking to the ladies. They talking about a feminine product called Cherish that you got to order over the internet. You can't buy in the store. And they start talking about fibroids and thyroids and all kind of stuff because of the kickback of what, right? But this Cherish material absorbs everything. So I started doing my research, and I had the people create a diaper for me. So the diaper now has a 14-hour absorbent. So I was doing a lot of business with Nick Cannon at the time, and I was trying to come up with a name for the diaper. Like, what could I call the diaper, right? So I did a license deal with Nick Cannon. I called the diaper Incredible. It's Incredible Diapers, right? So now I'm like, okay, well, I want to create a diaper for the hood that's just as good, if not better, as Huggies and Pampers for the, you know, the
Yes.
people that don't have all that money. So
Yes.
I was able to get the cost down for a pack of 20 for $7.77. I got a contract with the Bodega Association, you know what I mean, throughout Jersey, Connecticut, and New York. So I'll start
Awesome.
promoting over there. We're on the last phases of testing. BV Labs over here, Europe had already passed with flying colors. So when it's done doing this thing over here, then we'll launch that.
Tell me this.
That's great, man.
This is awesome. Tell me, let me tell you this. This is interesting. I had a friend that had beautiful diapers, awesome diapers, and he said, Mike, put this in the store over there. Your friend's store. Ask them would they put this in the store. And so I want to help somebody. I grabbed it up and said, yo, man, put this in your store. He said, Mike, I can't because I have a contract with Pampers. What? Tell me about
Exactly.
that. I said, tell me about that. I have a legal contract. I can't carry nobody else's diapers but theirs.
Exactly.
My contract. Oh, so you know about that. So I said,
Exclusivity.
wow. So I said, I never knew anything. I'm young. I'm 21.
Yeah.
I just, so I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, fuck it. That's my friend. I look at the Godfather. Put this on your shelf.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm a young nigga. I don't
Yo,
know.
fuck with Pampers.
I don't know. I don't know. So he explains it to me. He said, no, Mike, I can't. But just put it. No, Mike, I can't because I got to sell this. I'm gonna get in trouble if I put anything else on my
Exactly.
shelf. I said, fuck. And so that's what I want to tell you. How are you able to do that?
Well,
Interesting.
see, what I did was what I want to do is not just sell the diapers, right? So I went to New York because, as you understand, New York, like we got liquor stores, they have bodegas.
Yes, bodegas.
And the bodegas
All
are ran
night.
by a bodega association. You understand what I'm saying? And in these bodegas, it's a lot of the smaller products because the area is just like, it's like zero income to maybe 20, 30,000.
And bodegas are 24 hours.
24
Yes.
hours. So
Yes.
it's like 60,000 bodegas throughout the tri-state. So what I'm going to do is, once we launch these diapers, right, then you'll look up and I'm going to send the testing, the eye visual testing into the schools, right? Compliments of incredible diapers. 'Cause a lot of these kids are failing not because they can't read, they can't see.
They can't
They
see.
just don't know it.
They need
because when
glasses.
when you're in these low income areas, man, people are trying to survive. People are waking up every day, making sure it's food on the table,
Yeah.
it's water, it's clothes on their back. They really don't have
Heat in
time
the house.
to deal with those little intricate things. You know what I mean? For it's a jacket giveaway, we want to sponsor kids to get them to college. I even want to. What I'm definitely going to do, like my part of my marketing plan, we all remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory,
Yeah.
right? The golden ticket, right? So I got this thing I created called the Golden Diaper. So every quarter, if you get that packet with the golden diaper, the first time it may be a $10,000 cash prize. The next time we may step in and pay your
Dope.
rent up for 12 months. Next time we'll give you $1,000 gift card to go grocery shopping for 12 months. These are things that I knew when I was young. If my mother knew her rent was paid up for 12 months, or she had $1,000 card to go shopping for the next 12
Is
months.
it guaranteed your rent's gonna be paid? Or is it like just a raffle?
No. If you get that golden, if you get that pack,
Yeah.
then we're gonna come right where you at. We're gonna cover your rent for the next 12. That's what the prize is.
What a
If the
blessing.
prize is 10,000, we're gonna give you that. If it's a new car, we're gonna give you that. If it's the family, we send the family on a big Mike, as you know, we all know. You got families in the ghetto, brother, that if you told them they had 5 first-class tickets to goddamn London, they wouldn't even know how to go to the airport and get the ticket. So I want to be able to send a family someplace to go.
Hey,
see.
listen.
You know what
let me
I'm
tell you
saying?
something. I right now don't know how to do that.
That's crazy.
I right now don't know how to. If you were to give me some money, if I had some money or a credit card, you say go get a ticket. I wouldn't know the first time. I would just know I need a ticket, but I wouldn't know how to do it. What type of ticket you need? What would you want to? I wouldn't know what. I wouldn't know.
See what I'm saying?
I wouldn't know what a ticket costs.
So-
right now I don't know what a fucking ticket costs from here to Vegas.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to I want to
trip,
make
right?
incredible diapers
I've
part
never
of the
done that
culture
before in my life.
of the
For the
community,
ticket.
not just we making profit off of them. I want people when they see that incredible thing to say, "Oh shit." They gave my kids a grant to go to school, or they, I want to go to the local schools and upgrade the book system, or
Hell
bring
yeah.
the iPod system, bring that something. Then I want to sit there 2-3 years. I can go to Walmart, I can go anywhere I want to go, but I want to sit here in these communities, help. Let's go rebuild a house with somebody. You know what I mean? Let's go see whose roofs are leaking or who, anything that's going on, have that hotline. You know what I mean? I want to create a incredible anti-bullying system to where a person could literally go on the internet and say this kid leaving this school is getting
So
bullied
you
in this
prepared
area.
for that to happen right now?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now you prepared to go
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
clean
we gonna do all that.
clean out.
I mean, we got to start.
A fucking abandoned lot.
Yeah, we got to start, exactly. Because see, Mike, coming into it, it's not really more
do
for a
it,
profit
man.
for me, right? Because what's going to happen with me is after 2-3 years, these bigger companies see what I'm doing and they see the volume I'm moving, right? Now, you know how many people are in the tri-state. The bigger company's going to say, well, shit, he's operating at a lower cost and he's moving this independent, right? They're going to come anyway and help me make the situation bigger. So right now, it's really to give back to the people. Like, we may not realize it because we, as babies, we can't talk. But you know what that means for that baby not to experience a diaper rash?
Yeah.
My product, we can pour a liter of ginger ale in there and mush it against your face and you won't feel nothing.
Wow.
14-hour absorbent.
Awesome, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm doing that. It's a few other things we doing. We're about to bring back Mike might remember the OG Quick and Split burger stands?
Fuck no.
You don't remember Quick and Split?
No way.
Yeah, so we had Quick and Split back in the greater LA. So I just got with the family, that their parents had passed away and they went to the wayside. So they wanted me to help them bring that back. Somebody helped them bring that dream, wake that dream back up. And continue doing a lot of music and cross-branding and helping the community. And, shout out to my team. You know what I mean? Out here in greater LA, if you realize, Frenchie, you watched us do it. In the last 10 years, you have seen minimum gang violence in the hip-hop community. You know what I mean? Mike, you remember, motherfuckers couldn't go to no clubs and it's a blood-driven thing without the Crips showing up and vice versa.
Yeah.
But, we created a table of Bloods and Crips to where within this music industry that when it's a problem, it comes to the table and then we deal with it the right way it's supposed to be dealt with. It was at one point in time,
awesome.
Snoop and Game couldn't even get insurance to even go in buildings out here because of the violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Wacko out of West Side Paru, Compton, Big U out the Rolling 60s, Bob out of Carver Park, Blue out of Long Beach Insane, Top Dog, TDE out of Bounty Hunters, the list goes on and on. There's about 10 of us, Deco out of 8-9 East Coast, that really sit at this table and we help keep people safe.
Did you know Tookie?
Nah, I didn't know Tookie personally, but definitely knew of Tookie. Tookie was in prison. Tookie, the penitentiary system, fucking late 70s or early 80s or some shit.
Do you feel like Nipsey's death brought those two groups together even more?
Well,
or how do you?
I know that I know the politics of that, right?
Yeah.
And I got to set the record straight. I feel like Nipsey's death definitely started the conversation, but what ignited that movement was a guy named Big U. They called him Draws from Rolling 60s. And Nipsey was from Rolling 60s. And it really took his voice because it was him that summons everybody to show up on Crenshaw and Slauson. It just didn't happen because of Nipsey's death, because Nipsey's death was internal. A Rolling 60 killed the Rolling 60. So it took Big U, and a lot of people don't know, he has a company called Developing Options. For the last 10 years, he's been having contracts with the city to help control the gang violence. He's been having it down about 30-40% in that Crenshaw area, which is some serious
That's significant,
numbers.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, but his death definitely ignited the conversation. But Big U's been promoting and pushing this for the last 10 years. So it really kind of like woke people up.
Yeah.
Because it was an internal thing. It's like, Rolling 60 killed a Rolling 60. But Big U took it upon himself not to just shed the light on the Rolling 60s, to say, oh man, feel sorry for us. He said, you know what? Let's take my little homeboy death, a genocide that happened within our tribe. And you know what? Let's bring all of us together. And that's what was big about that.
Yeah. Wack, where are you based? New York or LA?
No, Los Angeles.
LA?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
When did you first meet Mike?
I first met Mike personally about a year ago at his fucking...
Oh, really?
At his comedy act. I went out there to meet him. I met his mother-in-law. Frenchie brought me out. And I'm telling myself, okay, I got to see Mike do comedy. Frenchie telling me, watch it on the internet. I didn't want to watch shit on the internet. I'm like, it's no fucking way Mike Tyson's funny.
First of all, I didn't want to put them together.
No, hell no.
Fight might break out.
Hey, I have to say that.
Not because you know why?
It's like dynamite.
Not because Frenchie know you got the mentality of two people that when it comes down to it, we can be very irrational if that's what we want to be. It's hard to stop that train from coming. But I sat here and I'm like, I'm laughing. And the reason why I'm laughing because Mike is so comfortable with talking about himself. See, most comedians go in and they talk about other people. He's talking about himself, and you didn't realize how fucked up shit it got for Mike until you hear Mike talking about it. He started saying, oh man, I was in the cage fight. I'm like, no shit, I remember that shit. Remember the tabloid report? Mike Tyson's in the cage. They were saying all kind of crazy shit, right? But to hear him get up there and actually talk about himself, then he had these clips going on behind him. Oh, man, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to see that and to be able to see a man of his stature come from where he come from, to have that sense of humor and to embrace whatever gifts.
Brother, they got a picture of me that using my show with me. I didn't even know it. I got cocaine all over my nose. There's a picture. Somebody took a picture of me.
Where were you?
I don't
This
know.
is a party.
I got cocaine white. My fucking lips are white. I'm thinking, I'm seeing, and people are looking. They took a picture, and I see it. Oh shit!
Oh no!
I thought I was going to jail for some reason. I didn't know. I said, fuck cocaine. The whole world sees I'm a cocaine.
But see, what I'm saying is,
I'm the cocaine.
he lets people know where I came from and where I've been. It come from where I come from a small city outside of Los Angeles, city called Pacoima. So everybody in the city of Pacoima was fucking Mike Tyson fans. Everybody thought they was Mike Tyson. Everybody started boxing. All of a sudden, it was fucking punching bags hanging from the trees in the backyard. It was all Mike Tyson driven. You know what I mean? So it's like, and to be able to years later to go to, I've been to the penitentiary. I was the first minor in the state of California. They sent me to prison at 16 years old. I was in Soledad State Penitentiary. So to go through all that, survive all these gang wars, all these attempts on my life.
When you in Soledad, what they do? Did they talk to you about what's the nigga who was in Soledad?
Listen,
Soledad Brothers. What was that guy named?
Keep it real.
George Jackson. Did they talk about that nigga name?
Everybody, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. Anybody who been to Soledad when it was Soledad back in those days, late 80s, early 90s, right? I don't give a fuck how tough you are. And at this point, I thought I was invincible. Listen, when the judge said, because I was a minor, they said, well, CYA won't accept you. I don't know what to do with you. If I give you a 10-year reduction from 17 years to 7 years, will you sign waiver papers so I can send you to state prison, to a men's facility? I hurried up and signed them. I didn't give a fuck. Frenchie, that's that picture I post up on Instagram. So I felt like I was ready for it. Let me tell you something. When you pull up in them Soledad gates, and this whack 100 telling you this shit, and you see them gun towers, them old prison guards with a billy club, they ain't even black. The motherfuckers is chrome, right? Every gangster thug says, what the fuck did I just get myself into? Then you go on the intake, and you got like 4 or 5 tiers of these little windows, everybody looking at you. Now it's time to hit the yard. And when I tell you up there, you got the Norteños, which get into it with the Sureños. You got the Bay Area card, which clicks with the Bloods. You got the Crip card. You got the San Diego card. Then you got the Paisas, which we call the Mexicans from Mexico who don't really speak English. Then you got the Woods. The white boys call themselves Woods in there.
The Pecker Woods.
Then you got the NLRs outside of the Woods, the Nazi lowriders. Then you got the BGF. You got the Vanguards. Then you got the Muslims. Then you got the Christians. Then you got the homosexual community. And
everybody's capable of killing you.
Everybody. This what the fuck you dealing
Everybody's
with.
capable of killing you.
But in that prison is where I can honestly say I stopped gang banging, meaning I stopped hating the Crip. Because something happened to me in that prison that made me wake up. It was a war going on between the blacks and Hispanics. And, we was all to come out to the yard, and all the blacks was together against the Hispanics. At this time, the Sureños, the Southside Hispanics, had united. They wasn't beefing with each other no more. They called the shot that we all come together, and our mission is to get rid of everything black. So we were still going at each other, Crips and Bloods, while they all came together. So they already outnumbered us 3-4 to 1, right? So I was working in the kitchen at the time, and I remember when they had a bread rack, thin rods. So I broke down the rods, like 13, 14 rods, and I snuck them back and I passed them out, right? All Bloods. So we come out to the yard, we doing our thing. Some people go to the hole, some people make it back to the yard, right? So maybe 2-3 days later, after this situation, they come to my cell and say, Jones, roll it up. Before that, on the yard, it's a dude named Three Finger Louie from Harlem Crip who called my name. It was a Mexican dude had me from my blind side, probably was going to take my life. So Three Finger Louie saved my life during the war. So let's establish that. 2 days later, I make it back to the cell. They said, we got to roll it up. I said, for what reason? They said, well, we heard you provided weapons for the war. So I'm thinking to myself, who's my enemy? Crip that saved my life, or one of these Bloods that told on me, because they the only ones I gave knives to. So from that day forward, I never asked nobody where they was from. If I see you, I approach you as a man, as a black man. If you wanted to gangbang, fuck it, I was real versed at that. We could do that. But I started to see life different. You know what I mean? And that was one of the major changes. Frenchie's been around me. He knows my politics. I can be by myself with 10 of my Crip partners, and you would never know it. Because the only reason why we're from where we're from, because our mother or our grandmother, our father raised us over there. Nobody took a test to say, okay, because of your test results, you from Hoover, or you from Compton, or you from Watts, or you a Crip, or you a Blood, or you a Piru. It's just that's what we was raised up as, and gangs really was formed to protect the black communities, and then it just went to where it went to.
It's been that way. It's been that way since the beginning of tribals.
Yeah.
It's just gangs been in. It's just
Yeah.
been that way since
Back
the
to the
beginning of
Zulu
life.
Nation.
No, back to the beginning of time.
Yeah.
The first crew, the first people that came together, prehistoric.
To help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always been that. But you know, I'm happy to survive it. I'm happy to be here to teach the people coming up under me. You know what I mean? Something different than the hatred I grew up on. Because a lot of these kids is gangbanging, and they don't even know why they dislike the people across the street. They just know the people said don't like them. You know, a lot of these wars start over bullshit, a pair of shoes, a jacket. You know, a female, some shit that had really nothing to do with the streets, but because the dude it happened with hadn't been the dude calling the shots, that's just where it went. You know what I mean? This word politics is defined as something totally different when you in the ghetto, Mike. You know that. It's like this principle thing. It's people in jail right now because they killed the motherfucker over $5 dice game because of the principle that you did that to me and people was watching. You know what I mean? It's really an act of craziness, but we just won't say that.
But it's been like again, I'm talking about gangs. Black gangs and most Latino gangs, there's been the only gangs that have been caught in that vicious cycle where they can never get out of the gangs. Most of it, when you see the Irish gangs, these guys have been killers. They have been in gangs when they were 10, 13 years old. They came up from the ghetto, and then they went to school. They made it. Somebody mentored them eventually. They got all these marks off their record. Now they're the governor. They're the mayor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're the president. Right. And once they were gangs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's real.
Even the Harvard league, the Yale, Oxford, they have their gangs. It's just who it is. It's who we are as nature. We're going to die alone. We're going to deal with God and face him alone. But in life, we have to live together.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's real. That's you definitely have to do that. Because I've learned and experienced so much being able to mix with other cultures. Like being able to go to New York, and go up to Harlem with Kay Slay, or go up to the Bronx, with Pistol Pete, or go down there to Brooklyn, with Uncle Murder, or down to Sugar Hill. With,
Uncle Murder's the man.
Yeah, with,
right?
With my BPE people. Just to be able to, or go to Brooklyn with Special, or drop in Atlanta with P and my QC team, or, drop in the Texas, you know what I mean? And watch our man down there in Houston do his thing. What's the homie name?
Banner? No.
Bun?
Killer Mike.
No, the brother that does all the help the flood victims and all that. The rap, he rap too.
Not Bun B, right?
No, not Bun B. The other brother, another solid brother. Trey the Truth. Go down there with Trey the Truth and to see the things he's doing.
Even Slim Tug, man.
And be able to go to Miami and feel the embrace of headliner Mike down there and all these people is like to be able to come from where I come from and be able to experience these different things, these different cultures. It's a blessing, but it also something you got to learn to control. Like I've been in Moscow. I think the most craziest shit I did was in Moscow.
Moscow's the craziest place.
No,
the craziest civilization.
The most craziest shit I did.
That's a civilization, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful shit.
Moscow made me realize that I had a fucking mental problem.
Yeah, but these guys crazy.
I had a mental problem. It made me realize what.
No, it made you realize everybody in Moscow has a mental problem.
Listen, we do the show. Somebody book us for an after party, right? We out there with Game on our tour, right? So we get to Moscow. When you get to the hotel, it's like a fucking airport. You got to run your luggage through the scanner, right? So we do the show. We go to after party. We go like 2 stories down underground or some shit. And it's like some brothel type shit. You like beds and all kind of shit. So we're in the VIP.
They know how to treat you in Moscow.
I figure we do our hour and we get out of here, right? So somewhere in there, I guess the dude tells the promoter that we supposed to do a fucking performance. I said, nah, we just here to host and be here. We're not performing. The man just performed for an hour. You know how Game's voice is. I got to arrest him, right? The dude I said, matter of fact, call my ground up. Now this is where, and Mike understands this shit. When you dealing with us over here, bro, no matter where we at, it's just going to be what it's going to be. Dude tells me, fuck that. Nobody going nowhere until you do the show. You in Moscow. He said some crazy shit. Only I forgot I was in Moscow.
And everybody in Moscow is supposed to gangster.
So the minute he said that, I broke his mother. I get off on him. I'm thinking like we in motherfucking South Central LA and the homies outside. We 2 stories down, the ground he's in control of. I don't know how to get out the fucking building. So when I get off on him, my whole band is all ex-convicts but one dude. Fucking EP. Everybody else is ex-convicts, been to the feds and everything. Now we all fighting in fucking Moscow on a brothel.
Under the underground.
So what, listen, I never told nobody this, but I'm gonna keep it real since Mike's show, right? So we make it out of there, we get the driver, we get back. But all those fucking hotels are in Moscow, the rooms are like, the windows is like right on the street. You can't book an early flight because the airport's closed. You'd have thought I was fucking Malcolm X peeking out that window all night. Only I didn't have nothing but a broom because we had no firearms. I'm nervous as a motherfucker. Our flight left at 12. I told the ground to be there at 6 a.m.
And you know, in Russia, they rolling crews.
Hey, listen, bro. I
They
thought they was
rolling
coming.
crews, nigga.
Hey, listen. Shout out to Moscow for not coming to kill my punk ass. I don't apologize for the right hook. I did what I had to do was my impulse. But shout out to Moscow for not coming to get me because I thought they was coming to get me. Hey, man. Hey,
That's
for real.
insane, bro.
Hey, for real, I swear, bro.
Amazing.
I swear, I was like, that night I said,
Thank
you know,
God
you
you
got a
got
fucking
out.
problem, Wack.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
in Moscow.
Hey, bro. I mean, you were on impulse. You know?
Yeah, I didn't know how to receive that as a man.
Yeah.
Fuck that, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to hear that, Mike.
Like
you know what
what?
I'm saying? Mike, you done had a few situations.
Nigga, let me tell you this story. I'm in Moscow, right? I'm with a friend. And so, this guy that I met, and I was doing a trip. I was in Turkey at the Formula One. So I met a guy, and he said, "I'm gonna have somebody set you up, hit you up when I get to Moscow." So I get to Moscow, and these guys come in limousines, right? Me and my friend. They put us in the car, and it's weird. They don't talk to us. They take us, and they drive us to this big, beautiful
Mansion.
It's just beautiful. You know what I mean? You go in there, it's marbles, glass. It's beautiful, big mansion, around 40,000 square feet. It's just beautiful. And then we're in there. He puts us in the house, and and then there's these beautiful girls. My friend said, "Let's go back to the boat, right?" And so the Russian girl said, "No, I don't want to go with them," right? So the guy grabs her. The guy that's in the car. When he told him to go with them, and she said, "No, I don't want to." So the guy grabs her and puts her face and smashes her face in the car. And we're in the car, and the window, and her face goes boom.
Oh my God, bro!
But nobody goes like I don't go like this. I look forward, right?
I didn't see shit, right?
My friend goes like this. Mike, did you just see that? I said, yeah, but just don't say nothing, all right? Just don't say
Don't
nothing.
say
And so
nothing.
the girl came in the car, and I said, "Hey, don't worry, you don't have to do nothing. We just want to get out of here from these guys. You know,
That's it.
let these guys drop us off, man."
Holy shit.
Hey, yo, no, look, I swear, when you land in
Whoa.
Moscow,
Yeah.
it's a, Mike,
It's
it's
a
a
different-
gloomy ass
Oh,
feeling,
listen,
bro.
right?
Like you
Because when I
feel
go
some
there, right?
shit.
One day I left my hotel room without telling anybody, and I went down Red Square. I wanted to take some pictures of Red Square,
Yeah.
and some of the pictures where Creed the Great was there executing his friend. You know, those
Yeah,
things, they're there. Those monuments are there.
Yeah.
And man, when the security all drove up in cars, boom, 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 with shotguns, with machine guns all around me, don't ever leave without us. I'm like,
They get
fuck,
real
motherfucker.
aggressive. Like, their calm is aggressive. Just the way they talk.
Yeah,
so-
listen, they scared people because I didn't want to go out with them because people see me with these guys with guns. It scares the girls were scared, everybody was. I said, I can't hang out with these guys. You gotta go. You guys, no way. It's really crazy. It's creepy. If you're a famous person in Moscow and you have a lot of money, you walk around with armed guards.
Well, somebody will kidnap you.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, that type of
no
shit.
doubt about
I
it.
looked the other day. I had to go to fucking Mexico, Rosarita Beach, and take game down
Yeah,
there.
that's scary too.
So I I did some what we call some bust ass shit, but I don't give a fuck. Whack 100 gonna keep it 100. I told the promoter, listen, I need police escort from fucking TJ to Rosarita Beach. That shit is out, right? I already got my ground. They from fucking Hollywood. They got the insurance drivers in there, right? So what scared me is when my ground showed up, no suits. They got regular boots on and jeans and wrinkles. I said, what the fuck you doing? Oh, no, we don't want them to know we're the drivers of the sprinters, right? So we down there 11:30 at night. So here we go. We going from Tijuana to Rosarita Beach.
Scary stuff.
The
dude.
fucking cop, you know, police down there is just a word.
Corrupt like a motherfucker.
That's just a word.
Yeah.
That don't
Yeah.
They don't police
Like
shit
a
how we
motherfucker.
police. So we get in there, right? We get the job done. Immediately, it's no spinning out. We get back in the sprinters. This is when shit get fucked up. We get about 12 miles out from the border, and the police escort makes a right and disappears on us.
Oh, shit.
So you know what I'm thinking? These motherfuckers know we got paid. It's going down. Right? So I tell my driver, I said, look, don't say nothing. Don't let nobody know we lost. Just try to follow the fucking map. But his map keeps buffering because we're in Mexico, right? They already did a trick on us because when we you're supposed to have your passport, right? When we came in, they didn't scan nobody's passport. You know what that means? There's no record of us being here. You understand what I'm saying? Now they gonna check your
So
passport when you
sketchy.
get to the fucking border coming back. in case they want to hold your ass or extort you. So I tell everybody, keep 80 to $100 in your pocket, no jewelry. That way when they go down, just tap the pocket, let them get what they gonna get and get on. So I was scared as a motherfucker down. Prince, we didn't make it out of there till like 3:30 in the morning.
What happened?
The driver found a taxi cab and paid the taxi and said, I'll pay you if you can get us to the border. See, when the police escort left us, I said, oh, shit.
Why did they leave?
Yo, listen, man, that's a motherfucking question we'll never know.
I know it's not the right way, but when I'm in situations, I just start freaking the fuck. Fuck motherfuckers hit me. They should kill me. I'm sorry they didn't kill me in these strange countries. I start hitting them and fucking motherfucker. My right hand on law. I used to lose it. My wife is scared and fuck, I used to lose it.
Hey, you know what, Richard? That sound like me, right?
That's right.
My wife think we're going to jail or they're gonna kill us there in this strange country. I'm just fucking freaking. The guy we were
that's
driving.
Scary, man.
I mean, just like Mexico is
in Egypt, the guy
Egypt lost us.
Yeah.
Say what?
It's a
The guy
different
who
beast,
in
dude.
You never know.
Oh, this
You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?
You don't know.
You never
Mike,
know.
can I light this up?
Yeah, this is some good stuff.
Yo,
dude.
man, first of all, fuck that. You asking all these questions.
Yeah, brother.
What's up with you? Because you look like one of them
this is gonna be
crazy ass white
interesting.
boys.
He's not even a white boy, but check it
used
out.
to be fucking Chet or some shit.
No, check
You
him
got
out.
these tattoos with these crazy names I can't pronounce. I don't know. Who the fuck are you? How about that?
Explain that. Tell us who you are, man.
You know what? I'm from the 5'7" and under crew, so you know you from the tall dude. Who the fuck are you?
the tall dude.
What does that tattoo mean? What does that shit say?
This?
Yeah.
This says Vitu Alamen Pro Fatum, which means
Oh,
sacrifice for
Latin
destiny.
shit. That's Latin shit. That means he's in the shit.
Sacrifice for destiny. Now that shit could be determined all kind of ways. We're gonna let that go. You tell us who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? And how did you end up sitting here with
This is all
Mike
great
Tyson?
questions. These are
Good questions,
Great
brother.
questions. Go ahead, dude.
Well, I'm Eben. I played pro football.
Got you.
6 years, Jags and the Bears. I was drafted in 2009, 39th overall. Born in New York City. Moved to L.A. when I was 10. Grew up in L.A. Went to high school.
Tell us about your grandma, though, too.
My grandmother is Estelle Parsons. She's an Academy Award-winning actress for Best Supporting Actress in Bonnie and Clyde in
Oh shit.
1960.
With Faye Dunaway, right?
Yeah, Faye
I remember that
Dunaway,
movie.
Warren Beatty.
yeah.
I retired from football in 2014. I started writing and talking about my experience with injuries and all the pills and
Gotcha,
the opiates and how cannabis had been such a positive pain reliever throughout my football career. Fuck, man.
Do they test for marijuana in NFL?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So even though it helps,
illegal,
you still
dude.
can't. Got you.
That's what we're trying to explain. Talk more, please.
So I got out of the league. I started talking about the positive benefits of cannabis for football players or any athletes who experience a lot of injuries or brain trauma.
Got you.
This has become my path, speaking this truth about how cannabis helped me deal with all the concussions and the surgeries I had. While the pills made me feel insane, cannabis really helped me recover and sleep. And so I meet Mike. I help him put on this summit. I bring in a bunch of athletes, NBA, NFL, UFC guys. Mike and I host it. And they're like, hey, man, well, we like your energy. We dig your vibe. We'd like you to come here. We don't know what you're going to do yet, but just come be a part of it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
That movie, I don't know, was it Will Smith or somebody? It was a movie about football players.
Yeah.
Concussion,
And the
right?
concussion. Yeah. How true? Well, did you see that movie?
Yeah, man. That's the number one problem with football right now, is concussions and the CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is what happens. You basically end up early onset Alzheimer's or dementia. Gotcha. So guys who are in their 40s are being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Guys that I know who are in their late 30s. Yeah, because of all the head-to-head contact. And so what they've found in cannabis, our federal government has a patent on cannabinoids as neuroprotectants and antioxidants. That means they've seen in scientific studies that this shit helps protect the brain. And so for me, I used to smoke weed before playing football games.
You know what's fucked up, bro? Is at what point in time did the government consider marijuana, which is a natural herb, illegal when it's almost as if
1937.
it's
yeah.
almost as if
Marijuana Tax Act
God placed it here
for us.
for the healing of the body.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's not even all. God placed so many other plants that we just
But-
don't know what
no,
they are.
but this is
Everything's
not-
here for a reason.
Yeah, this is not, it's not like cocaine came from the poppy, then it's this, and it's that,
Yeah.
and it's this. Then we take it and do this, and then it's a rock.
Yeah.
This is some shit
Grows
that
out of the ground.
Out of the ground, and from talking to everybody I talk to, it's like it helps them. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So why would they have even? What made them consider
mean, this
marijuana
is-
illegal?
This is where you get into conspiracy
because
theories, man.
black people did it.
Got you.
They wanna. It's
The
another way.
The jazz players,
Jazz
yeah.
players did
Yeah.
it.
Well, we thought it was funny when we watched Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was humor then.
I know. Well, that's sort of the, there's been so much propaganda. In 1937, Henry Anslinger and William Randolph Hearst just launched this huge propaganda campaign to talk about how Mexicans and
Mexican,
blacks were smoking weed, going crazy and raping white women.
Yeah.
Shit, the hippie.
You
What
know.
about the hippie movement?
Exactly. Well, then in the 60s, Nixon took it upon himself to attack the two groups that were most detrimental to his presidency, which were the hippies, the counterculture movement, and the blacks.
The black, yeah.
So he went after the Black Panthers
you.
and he went after the hippies.
Got you.
And that's all documented by
Yeah,
his
'cause the other
chief
day
of
somebody
staff
gave
saying
me
that.
some CBD water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
Right?
stuff.
They was telling me
man.
they was like it wasn't because I don't smoke or nothing, right? So I'm like, yo, I don't want. They're like, nah, it's not marijuana,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's the non-psychoactive part.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there's THC. And science, the funny thing is, man, science keeps proving more and more how beneficial cannabis is for us.
Gotcha.
What THC
That's why it's
can
so much
do.
on the verge of becoming,
exactly.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing they working on now is the feds want to see how they gonna tax it. It's like prohibition. Once they can
Yeah.
tax it, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I see it coming. The tobacco industry, because they already got
Yeah.
motherfucking.
Oh, they're already
Yeah,
making
they're ready.
moves.
Soon,
yeah.
yes, they got everything it takes to turn around and mass produce this shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
I know.
and when that happens,
Hey, brother, we beat you. We got some CBD tobacco now too.
yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We
Yeah,
have
man.
that. We have that in our mind. My
crazy.
Tyson
Well,
brand. We have CBD tobacco.
I mean, I
Yo,
appreciate you
listen,
asking,
Tyson
man.
just showed me some crazy shit. I don't know when it's coming in the near future, but he got this big ass resort
Yes.
in Palm Springs.
the whole world
Yeah.
knows
So
about
no
it.
longer you got to go out there for Coachella and smell dust all damn day.
So, Whack, on that point, man, as a guy coming into this as a former athlete, a guy who looked up to Mike. I used to
Yeah.
watch Mike's knockout tapes before night before games to get jacked up. To come into a situation where I've got, the epitome, the ultimate warrior of
Yeah.
all time, who I can stand with and speak this truth.
cool shit.
And we could do this together, and he's doing it the right way, man.
that's
with
cool
the
shit.
ranch. And I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not beating nobody. I'm not beating no tax people. Everything's on
this
the
is
up and up.
legit as fuck, man.
Exactly.
So it was a great opportunity for me, and I just feel blessed to be here, and I get to interview
You
cool
know, this
guys
guy's
like
doing
you.
this
and-
game right now. They're beating taxes like a mother, but they're gonna get
They
caught
doing
up.
all kind of shit.
They getting money, but they're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get caught up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? This-
Longevity equals success, so you got to do it
Yeah.
right. The longer you
Yeah.
can do something, the more chances you got to be in success with it.
Yeah,
you
man.
definitely do it right. I'm
Ain't
just
gonna last
thankful.
long.
I'm thankful to be able to sit down, people like Mike and French and yourself. You know what I mean? To where you guys are giving me this platform because millions and millions of people gonna watch this. Because a lot of people think, I fuck around a lot on social media. That's not really
Let's
who
talk
I am.
about
Oh no,
it.
yeah, whole time. Oh, I'm glad you said that.
That's not really
I
right.
whole time. What was the deal, man? You fighting on who you fighting with? Who are you fighting, man?
I mean-
you fighting with the black one.
I'm gonna
What's that
pull it
nigga
up
name? What's
on
his
Insta.
name?
Which one?
What was his name? Was
Which
it
one?
The black guy. What was that black
There's
guy?
so many.
What was his name? Is it Kodiak Black? Who was
Nah,
it?
nah,
No,
nah,
another a guy from New York, Troy Avenue. Was it him? Who was it?
Nah,
No divide
Was
like
it
Oh,
Tretch?
Tretch.
Tretch
But,
supposed to be in here today,
nah,
right?
what it was-
It was supposed to
see
be
what it
today.
was. I'm glad Tretch wasn't here because
Is
out of
Tretch here
respect,
today?
out of respect to Mike, I'd have had to act like he was invisible, right? But you know what it is? A lot of people go to
Tretch
fucking.
is supposed to be here today,
A,
Evan.
a lot of people go to fucking with
Tretch,
my
who we
name.
talking about?
They go to fucking with my name to like get followers. Like, I think Tretch, this what it was. Tretch got mad because I addressed some Tupac shit, right? And I understand the whole Tupac era, so I stand on him. Don't get it fucked up. I'm a Tupac fan of his music, right? I just feel like certain things, like for instance, if I'm in New York, right, and I'm with a bunch of guys from Brooklyn, and I'm in New York and I'm with 20 guys from Brooklyn, and they see this dude or we see this dude that these dudes don't get along with, right? I'm not going to be the one to initiate that because this is not my jungle and he's not my politics. I'm going to roll with my team. Whatever they do, I'm going to ride with them. But I'm not going to initiate it because I don't know the politics behind what can happen with this, right? And I say that to say this. I think Tupac was so real about what he wanted to do. In some situations, he overdid it, right? And I'm going to speak this because Mike understands this because this is one of the nights of his fights. It was better decision making. It was 30 power rules there, and it was an issue with a Compton Crip. If Tupac would have allowed those power rules, you had everything from Suge to Buntry. Everybody was there that can call that shot, right? So they're familiar with who this guy is, right? But you know what? They know they in a hotel. Suge's on fucking 9-year joint suspension. You know what I'm saying right now? Any trouble he get, he's going for 9 years.
And film kicking somebody in the head.
All this shit, right? So that decision
you know, at least.
to kick that fight off, right? I stand behind this, was on the decision of those power rules and the homies. See, what happens is once Tupac took flight, the homies ain't got no choice but to take flight, right? Because they with him, right? Now, this is probably a decision they wouldn't have made. Now, because of that decision, a lot of shit got fucked up. He lost his life. Suge ended up going for 5-6 years. He lost his company behind this shit. A lot of families were affected. The hip-hop community was affected. So I feel like that was a point in time to where, and Tupac was young, 24, 25 at the time.
Wow.
That was a point in time where I feel like, as an individual, because that wasn't no rap shit, he overstepped his boundaries. You know what I mean?
Was he tied to any gang?
Well, he was signed to Death Row, and he started to associate and feel heavy with the power rules, with the mild power rules. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Is like, I'm always gonna respect the guy that wherever they go, they're who they are. I mean, he was an entertainer, bro. He was good at what he did, whether it was film, whether it was
he's an intellect.
Yeah, he's an intellectual.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was great with that.
Yeah.
So, and I think what happens with the fans, even the fans that don't know him, who wasn't even alive when he was alive, they take his history and they fuck it up. All Tupac shot at the police. Tupac can tell you yourself. I shot at some white dudes that was beating up a brother. I didn't know they was off-duty police. I later found out because for you to say that, you really fucking with his legacy of who he was, who he stood for. Now you're saying Tupac is a black dude running around shooting at police, and that really wasn't the case. Let's give the man credit for the things he really did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rape situation, there was other politics caught up in that, and that really wasn't what that was. You know what I mean? That was some whole other setup shit, and he was a victim of that situation. But once again, that's surrounding yourself with the wrong people at those times. But people I'm a Tupac fan. I know half his music by heart. I rap it in the hole in solitary confinement. I worked out to it way. So I think Treach, when the movie came out, I made a comment about the movie.
The recent one?
Yeah, and I was a lot of people don't know, Frenchie noticed, that movie was delayed because they couldn't get that music cleared. See, Death Row sold the Death Row catalog to E1 Music, which I have strong relationships. I do a lot of business in that building. 2 of my artists are signed in that building. Right now, I've been there 10 years. Ray J's hit Sexy Kinda, The Game, the documentary too, all that came out of E1. So I made the phone call for Benny Boone and LT to E1 to help speed up that process to get that damn music cleared. It was other things they had to do, but that was a major part of it, right? Because I had seen the preview. And in that preview, it was some things in there that they depicted, where his mom, as far as when she was getting hired, I had a conversation with the people and like, maybe you need to tone that shit down, right? But I knew me talking shit about the movie was going to drive people to watching the movie. People are so slow that the day of the movie, Frenchie, would I go buy 1,000 tickets and gave them away? Of course. Like I went myself and bought 1,000 tickets from the box and took them to barbershops and said, if you come get your hair cut at this barbershop, you get a free ticket. So people it doesn't dawn that, I'm kind of like.
So are people saying you're not a Tupac fan?
Yeah, they say I'm a Tupac hater. What is it? Tupac was with my wife before I was. You know what I mean? But these are fans saying crazy shit. So Tretch, instead of doing his homework, spoke out of turn. I didn't know it. I had no idea until somebody told me the things he was saying. And once I heard, I went looking for him because they told me he was in L.A. So I went to all the clubs, all the places he goes, and I was letting him know, I'm looking for you. Because I was real upset because I didn't know the dude and had no problems with the dude, but he was saying some disrespectful shit. So I just wanted
What did he say?
He said all kind of, made a fucking song, a diss song, all kind of shit. So I got it, Fritchie. I let him know because they tell me go to this spot in Inglewood called the GS Sports Club. GS is live. Y'all ever in Inglewood, LA? Stop by the GS Sports Lounge. It's real cool. Food, everything, entertainment. So I went over there looking for him because they say he's there every night. So the owner called him. He said, yo, Wax here looking for you by himself. Nobody with him. He wants to talk to you about this shit you've been saying on the internet.
Just like that.
Just like that. So, dude, I stayed, waited 30 minutes, an hour. They said, yo, he's at a spot in Hollywood. I streamlined to Hollywood. At this time, Big U, everybody in the streets trying to catch me before I catch him. They like whacked and flew out the motherfucking header. We got to catch this motherfucker. Because ain't no telling what he going to do when he. So I never seen him and never ran into him. And I started getting the phone calls the next day. People called me, the homies from the Booyah Tribe. You know, everybody calling me, you know, like, Wack, you got to let it go. So I listen, I was a man of my word. I let it go. But, you know, Wack, you know, I be in places. You know, I get backstage. I'm a red carpet. I'm at, you know, the weirdest places. And I just hope you hold on to what it was. Because we definitely got to put some closure to that. And listen, I promise you, I'm not a bully. I'm not into torturing shit no more. So I'm going to make it fast. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us about torturing, man.
I'm going to make it fast. Because I always got this thing in my head that I want to outdo Tyson. And that's why when I get my fights, I'm like, Tyson did some shit in like 7 seconds. So I'm trying to make it like 3.8. It'll be real fast, my brother. I promise you. Like, I don't give a fuck where we at, Barbara Streisand, whatever it is. Don't act like you didn't say what you said.
Barbara Streisand.
Don't act like you didn't say what you said. Because it's definitely going to be addressed.
This nigga.
Oh, shit.
Yo, Fritchie, you done been with me dozens of places.
Yo, man.
I don't want to hit
You know,
nobody
I
at
don't
Barbara Streisand's concert.
I don't
oh,
give
nigga.
Hey, listen, man.
This
It's
nigga-
gonna be
This
what
is
it's gonna
classically
be.
white. Boom.
Yo, but Mike, listen. How long have you been doing this cannabis thing?
For around 4 years, huh?
4 years. Yo, I
Yeah.
mean, can you tell these people about what you just showed me? He just showed me some crazy shit.
The first of its kind state of the art cannabis friendly resort.
The ranch,
Crazy. Waterfalls,
the wave pool.
basketball, race runs, concert halls, tranquility, horseback riding. I mean, yo, you name it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's dope.
I don't even smoke weed and I'm going. Me and the whole family. I might even
dope.
bring the pastor. Fuck
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, bro.
Pastor would love it. We have pastors there as well because every now and then people want to get married, so they get married there. So
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
hell yeah.
Hey, you know what?
In the chapel.
When the first church opens that allows you to smoke weed during the goddamn service, everybody gonna lose members.
hey, listen, 100 years from now, this world's gonna be totally different.
Totally different.
Definitely.
And I'm trying to, stay living. Once we go to the afterlife, but I want my name to be out here, Tyson Ranch.
What you mean your name? Well, you want your name to be out here on another branch.
Yeah.
You already Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I never think about that guy no
You know
more.
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying?
get away from that guy. I want this guy now.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably shouldn't say that, but Frenchie, let me scoot over a little bit. You know.
You're a comedian.
Every time,
Yeah, he is,
every
right?
time,
He totally
Listen.
is, man.
every time I find myself looking at a motherfucking ear, I think about Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
over this.
nigga.
Yo,
Listen, right? I'm gonna tell you something, man.
look.
No, listen, right?
Yo.
No, this is the real deal,
Can you
right?
tell me, fuck that? What the fuck? Cause I watched that clip. I'm like, okay, boom, boom, and then out of nowhere, cause see, you fuck with pigeons.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck with fighting pet bulls. So I said,
No.
well, maybe he's reenacting. I said, nah, Mike fuck with pigeons. Pigeons don't lock up. Out of nowhere, it was just what the fuck it was. Do you remember? Did you say, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do? Or did you black out and then it happened and then, like, what?
No, I just fucking, last time I remember, I said, this motherfucker's gonna die. And it was on.
So you started with the ear.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with you, right?
I'd have bit his nose,
Because you
his
burned
lip,
down your
anything.
irrational.
I would have bit anything. I'd have bit his balls, his dick. I ripped his
Yeah, because the
nose,
way
I'd
you
bit
did it.
anything.
See, listen, for a motherfucker to bite a motherfucker is one thing, but to bite and viciously rip.
Rip a piece off.
That, yeah, you know, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So now I know
Yeah.
Mike was like, this motherfucker. Now, Mike, keep
Yeah.
it real. Did you make the decision that this motherfucker gonna die because he hit you with a crazy blow and rung your shit? Or did he cheat and headbutt? Like, what made you say,
Dig, right? He was headbutting the shit out of me, right? But that was cool too, but the nigga was just ringing my fucking bell.
oh, you I fuck with Mike. Hey, yo, listen, I remember I was fighting this dude named Babyface from Four Trade Gang. So me and this dude used to fight all the time, Juvenile Hall. And he wins some, I lose some. But one time, I seen him and rushed him because I didn't think he saw me, right? Man, the motherfucker caught me with some, like a combination from the knuckles to the elbow, right? Now, Mike, you know what I'm saying? I saw a bunch of little bitty stars. They was everywhere. So what I did, I said, shit, man, this motherfucker finna knock me out. I never been knocked out, right? So I bagged up. I said, oh, you hit like a bitch. I'm really trying to recuperate, right? You know, I see two
That's that
stars.
Muhammad Ali shit.
Yo, listen, for every 3 stars
You
disappeared, 5 more popped up, right? So I told myself after that, I never told nobody this, but I'm gonna keep it real. So we locked back up, right? So the police break us up. I was happy as a motherfucker they broke us up, right? So when I go to the hole, come back, I say, shit, I done fought this motherfucker like 9 times. We even. I'm gonna find a way to be this motherfucker friend. Cause that last time was the first time I ever came close to being knocked out. So I understand that shit brings an anger in you. It's like it scares you, but it makes you mad when you're a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Mike telling me he was ringing my bell, motherfucker gonna die.
Yeah.
You can't get it right, nigga. You should put my, yo, okay. Oh, shit. Motherfucker, you get mad. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker.
You couldn't do
better
nothing
get
about
that
it.
motherfucker. Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. We almost had it. Me and Frenchie put
Nigga,
that
know how much
fight
money it
together.
was?
Hey,
I ain't know this was real.
Soulja Boy was sick.
I ain't know these people
Yo,
was gonna pay that money to see these guys fight.
Hey, did you hear? Yo, did you let him hear? I got the recordings. You was training Chris Brown. I got Evander Holyfield to
Yeah.
train Soulja Boy.
Oh,
They
shit.
talked on the phone,
Yeah.
strategy,
Listen.
all that shit,
No,
bro.
but listen,
I got
right?
the contracts.
Listen,
I did my
didn't know
side.
how much
Yeah.
these people want to
Soulja
see
Boy
these guys.
signed my
The public want to
contract.
see these guys fight.
Hey, yo, it's finna go down around this
No,
We can
the
do- we can
motherfucking,
say the number now.
What's that
Yeah,
guy?
we
Pay
can
per
say
view
the
want to
number.
see these guys fight.
Hey, man.
Can you believe that?
We had hundreds of millions on the motherfucker.
No, but can you believe they want to see these two niggas fight?
It was finna go down around this
People want
motherfucker.
to see these guys
And that
fight.
Soulja Boy
They
motherfucker
pulled
was ready
out.
to fight.
Who pulled out?
Chris Brown
Chris
pulled
Brown.
out. Chris Brown.
Nah, I didn't know how serious
his
it was.
client pulled out.
I
My
didn't know how
client was
serious
ready
this
to
was. I
fight.
said, this serious. This gonna be. Oh, I'm gonna get some money. I'm coming back. And he pulled out. I thought I was
'Cause
coming
see,
back.
Listen, I had him.
Whoa.
I told her. I said, yo, Frenchie, fuck that. Mike want to train Chris Brown? Fuck that. I'm
Hey,
gonna
I
get
put
Evander
Chris-
to train
Yeah.
Soulja Boy. I got Evander on the phone, told him what it was. He said, Mike,
Yeah.
Mike, it don't make sense to why I'm training a rapper. I don't get it. I said, 'cause motherfucking Mike Tyson training an opponent. He said, what? Get Soulja Boy on the phone. We're gonna
Yeah.
go with strategy right now.
Oh, shit.
Listen, right?
He was his.
Hey, yo.
So listen, right?
I put Mike and Chris on the phone, bro.
Yeah,
They were like-
Hey, yo, that shit would have made history, bro.
Oh, they would have made some money. I can't
you know
believe
what, for the
public
record-
want to see these guys fight.
For the
Like
record-
a real
So
fight.
funny,
Like
No,
a
for
real
the record,
fight.
I don't think Chris Brown. Well, no, Chris Brown wasn't scared. I just think he probably came to his senses of who he was
Exactly.
to the music. Chris Brown is not your. He's like the Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
of
what kind of
R&B.
cat? You know him?
Who?
Chris Brown.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know Chris, but I don't know. I never
But
hang around
he called
Chris.
him out though. See the thing,
I never
he
hung
called
around Chris for a
he
while.
called Soulja Boy out. Soulja Boy accepted
Yeah.
and all this shit. So I just think.
But you hung around Chris like you chilled with him before?
Yeah, I fuck with Chris. He
What
cool.
kind of nigga is that? Tell me what kind of nigga Chris
I
is,
mean,
man.
Chris is like I said. He was like, he's, over the last year, you ain't heard nothing. But Chris was the motherfucking Mike Tyson of
I remember
R&B.
he was doing his thing
He
till he
was-
got caught up with the fight with
Yeah,
the chick.
he was on some other shit. So when he called Soulja Boy out, I was expecting Soulja Boy to be scared. So when
Me
I
too.
when I met
I thought he was too.
When I met with the little homeboy, shout out to Waxstar from Fruitown, he set the meeting up. And that motherfucker Soldier Boy said, "What? Fuck that. With the contract, I'm ready to go right now."
Wow.
He signed. So I was assigned to Soldier Boy. He was assigned to Chris Brown. Me and my wife drove way to motherfucking Vegas to the MGM at Hall Spot. And Soldier Boy came down, signed it. He's sitting with Chris Brown. I sent him a screenshot. Chris Brown telling him, "Man, that motherfucker ain't gonna fight." Frenchie like, "Shit, I got the contract right here. He just signed. They in Vegas." Bro, can you imagine Soldier Boy, Chris Brown, Mike Tyson claiming Chris, fucking Evander claiming
Bro, we got merchandising deals and
Yeah,
stuff.
you
We
got-
got, like,
Yeah, man, I knew
we
people
got,
wanted to see him
bro,
fight.
I'm talking about
on
serious
pay-per-view.
shit.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. I'm talking about
Netflix deal, and
Netflix,
everything. Yeah, bro, everything was.
T-Mobile, everybody coming to the table.
Man,
shit
listen,
was going
man.
down.
Listen, since you know those guys, right? And tell them they ain't gonna hurt. It's gonna be like, what, 3 rounds or so? You get any of those guys to fight me, they're gonna make so much money,
Oh,
they
they was
might
gonna
not
make a
even do
killing.
music no more.
I was gonna, no, for real.
You know, serious. They might not do music no more after that fight.
I was gonna make a killer, but I think Chris just kind of like,
Chris wanted him to just be like, "No, that's stupid."
not,
Yeah,
yeah,
probably,
but
yeah.
see, Chris had called him out. But I think as time went, a week or 2, 3 weeks went, Chris kind of like came to, because Chris is really a real intelligent.
Oh,
Chris,
definitely.
Chris probably,
definitely.
But-
Chris probably get high. That nigga was
But
getting high talking shit
Chris,
probably.
you know, Chris get angry and Chris, you know, like all of us,
No,
like
Chris
fuck
get
that.
high and talk shit.
You know, he reacts. You know, I think he reacted as he came down off of it. He was like, "Man, that ain't my fucking lane."
What was he mad about?
What the fuck? What,
I think he
what
called
did
him a
say?
bitch.
Did he say
He
something?
said,
no, I thought it was
Soulja Boy said he
Soulja Boy
betrayed
called
him. He
him
betrayed
His
Soulja Boy.
girlfriend, yeah.
Was somebody's
comment,
girlfriend?
comments on
He
Instagram.
did, oh
or some
yeah, he
shit.
made a comment about Karuchi or some shit.
Yeah.
And at that time, Chris Brown was like real sensitive about that. I was this girl, this woman. He was in love with the girl, so he kind of like took that shit personal. You know. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna do. I was representing Soldier Boy. But I was betting on Chris Brown.
I thought Chris was gonna do it too, but Chris said, "No, I don't want to do this shit."
Like I said, I don't think Chris didn't do it because he didn't think he was gonna win. I just think he kind of came to his senses. His mother probably talked to him.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
there was a
somebody
bunch
else
of
probably
stuff
talked
around,
to
like
him, and that's just what it was. You
was
know,
ready to start a
his
tour.
manager, he
and
got a
stuff,
great
but-
manager. Ant probably
Yeah,
got
Ant,
his
yeah,
ear.
good
You know,
people.
because Soldier Boy, I mean, Chris was ready to fight.
Yeah.
He was gonna make some. Chris was gonna walk away with 10, 15 million fucking dollars, bro.
I was gonna at least get 2, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Yo. Hey.
How long was the training? A
Nigga,
month?
wow. As long as he won it.
Listen.
Long as
We
he
even
won it,
had it
nigga.
set up to where they was gonna do the 24/7 shit.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
of
take the nigga up
course.
the mountain. I was
Of
just
all
course,
that
make it
shit,
a whole
cameras.
It
HBO
was gonna
thing.
go down, man. So I gotta go take Soldier Boy some money today. I'm glad we talking about. He in
Oh my
LA
God.
County Jail. Put some money on his books.
Whoa, yeah, what the fuck?
Wow.
How's he gonna get out?
He be out next month. They gave
What
him
they
like
said he
they gave him
did?
like 240. Bob same shit. Didn't do his community service. Had the Forge community service. Somebody probably told on his ass, and then that's what it was. And then he kept getting a little problem. You know, when you're on probation, you gotta like square up. You can't be fucking around no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when I used to do community service, it was the best shit for me.
Oh, you used to go out there for real.
Oh, I used to go out to community service. I go help some of the homeless people.
You probably loved it.
I loved it too. And then sometime in those homeless shelters, there's some beautiful fucking women. They're just homeless. And I just,
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
and I
Mike
was
is
just having a ball. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna front it. My wife was homeless and I seen her. I definitely would have cleaned
No,
her up.
hey, it's some dime pieces in the homeless shelter.
Shout out to She Boss
There's
100.
some dime
I'd have
pieces
cleaned
in
you up, baby.
homeless shelter.
Hey, listen, I'd have put you in the suite at the Motel 6 for the first couple days just to see
Shout
if
out
you
to
was
She
gonna run on
Boss.
me. But
Yeah, that's
you know,
why I said, what are you doing here? I thought they were here helping like I was. They were in there. I didn't know.
This guy.
Wow.
Oh shit! You know we got the Blueface. Blueface going on his first headliner tour starting July.
What's the song he's in? What's his song? I see him on.
Tatiana,
but
Bust Down.
I don't know that song, but I saw he. No, how's it go? Sing it, nigga.
Bust down, Tatiana.
Tatiana. Then there, and the music go, then.
Yeah,
But
that's
see,
it, that's
he
it,
says
that's it.
crazy gangster shit in some of the music. See, what made me like him is that he made me stop and rewind and say, "Yo, what the fuck?" He said shit like,
I got
"Mop the floor, hide the west side just to catch a nigga slipping." So I'm like, wait, hold on. What the fuck this motherfucker just said? He gonna mop the floor, hide the west side to catch a motherfucker slipping, right? Listen, he said some shit like, I do a bitch cold and then I give her a blanket. You know, like shit like that. You know, he says crazy, like, she called me mama, I don't even know her daddy. You know, that kind of crazy shit. So he says crazy shit. And it's kind of like, you know, he's a character. He's very, you know, that's nephew I fuck when he from Schoolyard Crip.
Nipsey Hussle was saying in his rap, his father met his mother at the Century Club. I said, fuck, I used to hang out at the Century Club.
Ain't that some crazy shit?
Fuck. I used to hang out every fucking day, every fucking night, every night, over days, all night party, never missed a fucking day in LA.
Yo, listen, Mike said
I would be in my limo and I'd go to somebody's house, drive her around, else I'd go stay the night with her, and get back in my limo, drive around, and go to somebody else's house. And get
Mike
party.
told us the Mike Tyson, the real Mike Tyson movie is coming. And the reason why I want to see it because Mike is the only boxer who brings the whole culture together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike was really a part of all that shit that was going on. Like, Mike was pulling up in niggas' projects in the bins and getting out and hitting the chirp to lock the door and walking, no security, no nothing. Like, it was some regular shit. So everybody loved Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike gonna stop in the middle of where and have a conversation with his people. So he was never bigger than where his people came from. So we definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's
No,
going to be
listen,
awesome.
No, peep
man.
game. I came to LA in '84, right, for the Olympic stuff, right?
Wow.
And so we met some girls, and they started driving us in the city, Beverly Hills and stuff. And I'm saying, wow, but I never met people that look so nice before. I said, these nice looking people. These are great dresses, tan, nice
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
driving their convertibles, hanging out in Beverly, going to little. You know what I mean, stands where they have the food at and the
Yeah.
shakes and all. I'm like, wow, everybody looks nice, everybody's smiling at you, everybody's friendly. I said, I want to move here. Right? And so I started boxing, and the next thing you know, 86, I got married to this girl, and I moved in
Oh, wow, dude.
Yeah, Mike
and never fucking left.
How old were you in 84?
I was 18.
18,
Wow,
yeah.
dude.
Yo, Mike.
And know what else too? The girls were so fucking, because I ain't never had no pussy before, and the girls were so easy to get pussy. And I said, holy shit. I said, oh, shit, I never had no pussy, and they got fuck.
So Mike, you got your first piece of pussy in LA?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It was like that in New York?
Huh? I ain't know what the fuck I was doing. I was a fighter all the time, man. And nobody wanted to give it up. It's hard to get, man. You gotta talk to them, meet their parents, all that stuff. Be nice, yes, man.
So listen, hey, but I listen. I always wanted. So
Shout
look,
out to the
what does
LAP.
fucking abroad? How does that affect you when you training to box?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't affect you.
So that's all some bullshit.
It doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Everything performing, sports, singing, everything. It's all about purity. You know, that all comes from
Got you.
a divine perspective.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Everything from a puritive perspective. Don't have nothing, sex, don't drink nothing, don't do this
Yeah,
before
yeah,
your
yeah.
sports, don't do nothing. Everything has to be pure at this particular time. And that's just where all
Yo, Mike, you think Floyd getting back in the ring?
absolutely, yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
When do you think he should stop?
When he's ready.
Well, yeah, that motherfucker, he
You
shit.
can't. Hey, listen.
He done proved me wrong. I thought Pacquiao had an action.
We say we're gonna stop, but that thing rings. So you can't control it.
Got you.
You have no control over it.
Yeah.
Got you.
You
Yeah.
know, people say they got control. They can't control.
Shout out to Floyd. Shout out to my Floyd's team over there.
How can you?
know
How
what I
can
mean?
you
My
stop
boy Shotty
this?
Mac over there.
For that moment, for that 45 minutes, whatever time it is, you're a god. How
Gotcha.
can you give that up?
No, that's real.
Yeah.
You never had nothing. You're a fucking bum all your life. You know what, mom?
Yeah, what do you think about
families
the,
were poor all our life, and now you're a fucking
Mike, what
god.
you think about the,
You got to give that up.
What you think about the brother out of Brooklyn, the heavyweight? Bronze Bomber. What do you think about it?
Who? In Brooklyn?
Wilder?
Wilder's improved a lot.
Oh, he's improved,
He
man.
knocked
I
that
was
dude
there.
out.
improved a lot.
No,
Hey,
he fucked
that-
dude.
fucked
hey,
that
he's
dude up.
improved a lot.
He's improved a
I was
lot,
talking
yeah.
about it like with a friend, man. He did like nice improvement.
He's
I know
improved
one
a
thing,
lot.
that old school dude came up in there with that bullshit and confused him a little bit.
Who's that?
Oh,
The dude
Tyson
from
Fury.
UK.
Fury.
Yeah,
Tyson Fury.
he came in there with that old school. He's doing some shit. They're like, you know, you're like in your mind. What the
And
fuck is he doing?
awkward shit. What the
Yeah,
fuck? This
yeah,
is like gonna get fucked up. And boom, boom, he scored.
Yeah. He scored. A lot of people didn't realize it was close as it was, not because he was whooping dudes. He was scoring.
Yeah.
He was scoring. You know what I mean? So he got dropped, but he didn't knock him out. So it was. I wouldn't get back in the ring with that old motherfucker if I was him. He gonna have to though.
Everybody, listen. It's just fighting's not like it used to be. Everybody should always fight the best you fight, regardless of what team you're on. If you lose your man, we fight again. We build him up and give him another fight. Because it's all about really making money. You know.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to lose, but you're gonna stay undefeated as long as you can because you're gonna make the most money. And then one day you lose, boom, but you still got that fucking drawing card. You're gonna still make the most money. It's all about making money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When you're young, ego is supposed to be the best, but it's all about making money.
money.
That's the whole objective, making money.
That's it.
You know, but we get in that ego, we don't think about that no more.
When
I'm
that
God.
change for you, Mike?
what I
After
mean?
you won it? After you won the title, did it turn into a business, or were you always business minded?
No, I was always caught up with fucking being this fucking figure and shit.
Yeah,
You know?
the best.
Yeah.
Mike took care of a lot of
Greatest.
people too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you was
for
spending a
sure.
lot of money.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
how you do. You gotta
Yeah, I
do
know.
it like that. If you got it, everybody else have it. That's how you gotta do
Yeah.
it. It has to be that
Yeah.
way.
But I think just as an athlete, you know, for so long it's about being the best.
Yeah,
but the guys who
absolutely.
do it for the longest are the guys who realize, oh, this is a business. This is about
absolutely.
making money.
Absolutely.
And then they start to treat it that way.
Absolutely.
You know.
Exactly.
We take advantage of our celebrity. We use ourselves. We whore ourselves. We know the people love us. The people are going to pay to see us. But I'm
Yeah.
not at my
There you go.
best. I'm not going to give them.
Right.
I'm not going to be at my best for them. But still, they're going to pay because they're romantically involved with me. They have a perspective about me that's not even true.
Yeah.
Listen, at Mike's age right now, I'm tell you how true that is. If him and Evander said right now,
Sell
we're
it
fighting
out.
pay-per-view,
Sell
that
it out.
motherfucker goes
Sell it out.
give
They
you
still
more
want
than
me and him to fight.
Floyd
They still
Mayweather.
offer me
Right
money.
now at their
Still offer
age.
me $100 million to fight Vander. Right now.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I mean, definitely.
Crazy.
How do you feel about that,
I
Mike?
fucking ain't fighting
You know what
nobody.
I'm saying? So look, Mike, you know, I'm a businessman. I was thinking, Fritchie, you know, Halloween coming up. So I was wondering if I can do something with you to patent the Halloween ear. We're going to call it the Evander. Because I don't know, maybe the mic, you know what I'm saying? And it's just going to be like half of the ear gone. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to dedicate, you know what I'm saying? Mike,
right.
you ain't tripping, are you?
Nah,
There we
No,
go.
this
Halloween,
what- hey,
we coming.
this-
The
hey,
Blueface
this-
mask with the Evander Holyfield ear.
Listen,
Coming
peep game.
to it.
You know how many
Halloween 2019.
for like $200 a wop, $180 a wop. How many people ear I took a picture with and got paid
Oh,
for
yeah.
over like
Oh,
over
my
$6,
God.
$7 million.
What
Can you
you
imagine
mean?
that?
Just taking
Yeah,
pictures.
picture pictures with the ear, like
Me biting
Mike
somebody.
with the ear.
biting
Pretending to
somebody's
bite
ear.
somebody's
Oh,
ear.
wow, that's some
And they
crazy
fined me
shit.
$3 million for it. I
Did
made
they?
my money up twice.
Who fined you?
No, well, the committee, nigga. the
Oh,
boxing
the committee.
Oh, that's some
You gotta
shit,
go through
That's
right?
some crazy shit.
Nigga, you gotta give us $3 million, motherfucker.
Fuck, dude. Well, shit, man. It's
I
been
enjoyed
great.
myself, man. This was a great. Actually, this is my first podcast.
Never did a podcast, man. You gotta stay.
Nah.
You talk about wanting to be out. You gotta
You're
stay
great,
on
bro.
podcast.
It's my first
Podcasts are
podcast.
bigger.
Get the word out.
Are bigger than being in a news station.
Yeah.
You need yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit'll be reckless and
It'd
wild.
be
need those
unbelievable.
things.
Nah,
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? My shit
If you
is
want to be
reckless.
on the scene, this is what it is. I fucked me up too. I didn't think about that. I thought about let's call a news station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where it's at. More people are looking at than this news would.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
it never goes away. It's always
Nah,
gonna live on
this
that
is
platform.
here.
Yeah. Hey,
Definitely.
brother. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, man.
Nah, it's all love,
Frenchie.
man. Shit.
Thank you, dude.
Man, you got me on camera, man.
Yeah,
I
right.
love that.
Fuck that.
Frenchie. Mike.
Yeah, what?
Great
Did
episode.
you meet Frenchie's woman, man?
Nah, motherfucker.
We ain't meeting
No,
you. This is a
I didn't
motherfucking
call him a couple
imaginary
times.
fucking
I'm in
woman.
Australia, so I'm thinking he's opened up another Mike Tyson's fitness center in
this is-
Australia.
This is imaginary woman. I don't think this chick exists, man. Fuck she is.
She's
Show her
on the
picture.
plane all
Where's
the
her picture?
time.
You got a picture?
I got a picture, man.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Frenchie
picture
will
with
bring
you
her
with
in.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is she Australian?
No, she's from Africa. She's from Zimbabwe.
Oh, listen, right? Oh, this is what because I'm a
Zimbabwe and
YouTube. Listen,
Congo.
no,
Yes,
listen.
sir.
I'm a YouTube nigga now, right? Peep game. Peep game. This is what I know what's going on all over the world. Right now in Australia, they have a big epidemic with Sudanian Africans.
Yeah,
It's
Sudani,
gangs out
crazy.
there, and the people.
Oh, no shit.
They're not as bad as the people say, but they get bad reputation. People
Yeah.
are making up shit about them. They're really
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up. People. Some of them probably are, but the majority of them are just good
Oh,
kids.
they're getting
Just-
fucked.
They don't have no fathers in the house. Most of the fathers died in the war, so it's just the mother raising. And you can't raise no young boy. When he comes to life, he's gonna go out into the world, and with the skills he know, which is nothing, he's gonna get in some shit.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening now. They're fearless of the cops. The cops,
Crazy.
Cops don't have guns there. I don't believe.
Damn, you know about the Sudanese like thing over there? That's
I
crazy.
got YouTube. I know anything. Ask me something, nigga.
Yo, well, listen. Just for the record, because I didn't know, to Miss Frenchie, I didn't know, so I kind of like made him available to the world.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, like, when he gonna bring her to meet the family? Like, what the?
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming.
You gotta get some babies out here.
Yeah,
you know what?
definitely.
Listen, right? I remember one
Need
day.
some little Frenchies. You know what I'm saying?
Little
We call him
Frenchies.
Frenchie. You know, he's from the Congo. He speaks fluent French.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? fluent.
Beast.
That's because the French colonized them.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
French, motherfucker.
like some African colonies only speak English
Yeah.
True.
because English colonized them. They colonized our family.
What's the native language? Congolese?
Lingala.
Lingala?
Lingala. But you guys don't know that, but he's from Congo.
I'm Congo.
He's
too.
from
I
Congo
took my
too.
blood.
Oh, really?
I get my DNA. I'm from Congo.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
I
That's
want to
cool,
do that
Mike.
shit, French. Where I do that at? Take the blood. Where you do that?
23andMe?
Yeah, you can do like different
Yeah, I
things.
definitely wanna do
Yeah,
it.
he's from Congo.
Yeah, like 40%
Wow,
of my
bro.
40% of my
Yeah.
ancestry is from
The
Congo.
real,
What else?
The real Bantu.
And those
After
other
that is
countries,
rape.
small countries.
Small?
After
Yeah,
that, it was some rape shit going
yeah,
on.
big time.
yeah,
Wow, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit went.
definitely.
Amazing.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to them crazy motherfuckers that brought us from the Africans, because without all that shit we went through, the slave trade and all that shit, would none of us be sitting here right now.
Definitely.
Not in the United States of America.
You gotta look at
man.
stuff like this. No, look at it like
know what I'm
this.
saying?
You know, it's very interesting when you say that because we, from all of our experience in life, you know, you, me, everything, you knowing your mother and family,
Yeah.
and your kid and everything, seeing people pass away that you love and everything, and you say to yourself, "Hey, what happens after this is over?"
Yeah, it's
You
real.
know what I mean? What's the real deal? You know, we talk a lot of shit. We say, you know, when it's gone, it's gone. I'm ready to go see Allah, whatever. But you know, what do we expect? What do we prepare to expect for?
Yeah.
I know this is not over like boom, because I know probably our
Yeah.
body is gone.
Yeah.
But you know, what do you
Motherfucker don't
think?
know if he dripped off. Hey, listen, I got this fucked up thing. You did a bunch of fucked up shit in life, they turn your ass into a chicken or something. Motherfucking rat.
A rock.
A rock. A mountain. Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to.
But know what's the this is so ironic that I found out, which blows my mind. If all the ants on this planet died, all of us would die. If all the fish in the ocean died, all of us would die.
I mean,
If all the trees
yeah.
would die, the planet
Because
would die.
everything is needed.
If all of us
everything
died, the
controls
planet
something.
would flourish.
Damn.
Yeah, that's real.
If all of us die, the planet don't give a fuck. It's gonna flourish.
Yeah. That's
You
real.
know what I mean? So the planet don't need us. So what is our purpose here?
Yeah, that's real.
Hey, we need to
'Cause a
find that.
motherfucking goat don't need to drive a Rolls
Everything
Royce.
else, everything else is.
We fucked everything
else,
up.
Anything else
Pollution.
become extinct, the planet's dead. Everything else, anything else on this planet, the species become extinct, the planet's dead.
But
the
us.
human beings, we die, it's gonna flourish more.
Flourish, yeah.
It doesn't need us. Why are we here? Why does it put us through all the things we see loved ones that are die in front of us and we panic, we lose our mind, and then we die? Why are we here to see all that? To do it?
Yeah, that's real.
What is our purpose here for?
That's real.
You make a whole bunch of money, you're gonna die anyway. You ain't gonna enjoy it really that
Nah.
much. So what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's
You know?
real.
And then when you look at it, you get 50 or something. You say, "Wow, this is almost over."
No, that's some real shit.
Damn.
Because when you 18, 19, you can't even see 50.
No,
When
50
you
is
get
an old
about
fucking
42,
man. 50,
44,
Yeah,
you see that shit coming around the corner.
but you still feel great.
Yeah.
So you say, "What? Why is that?" I still feel I can't die. No way. I feel invincible at 40.
Damn. That's true.
Man, listen, it was nice being here.
It's awesome, man.
I know my wife got to
Thank
go to
you.
Neiman
Yeah,
Marcus.
yeah, no, that's right.
I got a red eye. I got a red eye
brother.
flight to fucking New York tonight.
Hell yeah, brother.
You know what
You
I'm
spend a
saying?
lot of time
Fly
in New York.
safe, man.
Yeah, I'm always in New
Yeah.
York. I'm
It's
always
awesome.
in New York. Always. Love New York.
It's
You know
dope,
what I
man.
mean? So
Shout out to NYC.
All day, Brooklyn, Brownsville.
Brooklyn, baby.
that's that's where you from, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
Never ran, never will.
All right, Mike.
Mike, you still got that crazy ass pitching fucking cage you had in Vegas?
Yeah.
You moved it out here?
No, I didn't move. I have to have it there.
So you going back checking
I
on
go
your
back and check them back. I have somebody take care of them though. I have somebody
Gotcha.
there.
Nice.
Motherfucking Mike pigeons drink fucking what is it? Core Fiji water.
Fiji
Yeah.
water.
Mike pigeons drink Fiji water.
Do they really?
Hell yeah. He need to get a sponsorship for that shit.
Yeah. We,
You know, my
shout
birds.
out to Fiji.
My birds are the oldest thing I had in my life.
Wow,
Always been there day one.
Yeah, 9 years
Wow.
old. I had birds.
it's amazing. Any of the same ones?
No, but just my whole life I always had birds.
What's their lifespan?
I had a bird 20 years old before.
Wow,
16, 17.
that's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
in the wild they don't live much. They don't live probably 3 years or something
Oh, really?
if they're lucky.
Fuck, man. Great
We definitely
episode.
gotta do this shit again, man.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, brother.
Come
Come
with
back
the-
anytime,
Come
man.
back with your Blueface.
Love it,
I'm gonna
brother.
bring
Thank
Birdman
you.
and Blueface back.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Festival in this month.
All right,
What did
y'all.
Birdman do, man? What's happening with him, man?
Birdman, him and Slim, man, you know they made me the VP of Cash Money, so I started Cash Money
Oh,
West.
so what kind of relationship
Hell
you
yeah,
got with
dude.
Lil Wayne?
Well, I got a great relationship with Lil
cool.
Wayne. Birdman and Lil Wayne talking. They on speaking terms now. They talk, they text. Slim always been on speaking terms with everybody. You know, Birdman and him and Tony Braxton, man. You know, they real happy together. You know what I mean? So he just kind of rejoined his life and laying back and doing what he doing and still allowing us to utilize his platform, man, to continue music and giving us an opportunity that we probably wouldn't have got with anybody else.
Longevity, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Birdman, the whole Cash Money, Tony Braxton, Slim. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on that side, man.
We love you, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Now he gonna come up too. I'm definitely gonna bring
Yeah,
him.
bring him. Bring him.
All right, shit.
Bring
West
him
up,
in.
man. Shout out to Mike Tyson. Tyson Ranch coming soon.
Hell yeah, y'all.
Fred Frenchie, Mike Tyson Fitness Center. And you know what?
We're going to use this as a publicist right here.
Fuck Don King.
Okay.
Okay, another great episode of Hot Boxing. I'm Mike Tyson,
I'm Evan Britton.
and we out of here. Hey.
Out,
See
y'all.
ya.
Peace.
Swag 100 says fuck Don King.